potent advice, and inspiration from real self-made millionaires. Welcome to The Eventual Millionaire with your host, Jaime Masters.
Welcome to Eventual Millionaire. Today we're going to talk about something super sexy. Ready? Business metrics. I know, it sounds awesome. Now, the thing is that they are when it means more money in your bank account. So what we're going to talk about is which ones do we use? Why does it matter? How often should you check them? Because unfortunately, especially as newer business owners, people can sort of get obsessed with how much traffic we're getting, even if it doesn't mean more revenue in your bank account. So first, we're going to cover sort of the different types that there are. Then we're going to cover when we go over them and what we do after we have them, because there's no use in just looking at them all the time and not actually making decisions because of them. Now, I would highly recommend putting some sort of accountability in place for this to happen consistently instead of random checks for some of these business metrics. So some people call them KPIs, key performance indicators. So as a business owner, you want to be able to look at a few key metrics that hopefully your team gives you on Monday morning or every month or whatever the interval is that you can look at, and you can see the health of your company. If all of these are going up, yay. If any of these are going down, let's take a look at it and really make sure that we're doing the best of the best humanly possible. Because we only have so much time and so much money, and we want to eliminate the stuff that doesn't work as quickly as humanly possible, and data helps us make those decisions faster and easier. What I see all of the time, which is not good, but they'll try marketing tactics or they'll try some sort of new tactic and not measure anything and then go, I think that worked. Our gut is not right most of the time, just so you know, at least when it comes to data. Different things, dating, all that fun, that could be different. But for data in your business, you don't really know. I've actually had people guess on some of these things and then they're way off. So please only go by the numbers when we're in business. That will tell you the information you need to make the key decisions that you need to make. So first up, and we're going to put this in the post, so don't you worry. If you go to eventualmillionaire.com/business metrics, you'll be able to get the big list of this. I'm not going to be able to name all of them because there are literally hundreds and hundreds of different metrics that your specific business could go by. But a couple of the big ones in any type of business, right? Revenue, gross revenue, net revenue, net profit. So what you need to really start figuring out is which line item, maybe in your taxes or whatever it is, you're setting your goal on and having sort of that big overarching goal. You should definitely be looking at on a weekly or monthly basis, because that will tell you if you're going to hit your trajectory or not. So could be that. I highly recommend one that actually is aligning with your goal, because if you created a goal, there should have been a number in it. That number, you better be checking in on as much as humanly possible. So that's one. There's cost of acquisition. So that means like when you're actually going to spend money to try and acquire a customer, how much does that cost? Then the value of a customer or the lifetime value of a customer. That way we can compare those two things. We acquired them for $10. We earned $100 total out of them at the end. Now you actually know that you can put more into it because it's not negative. So there's that. There's also retention rate, open rate, total traffic, conversions, different landing pages. And this works for both online and offline, different marketing tactics. If you're doing mailings, you know, how many pieces of mail, how many things you got back, all sorts of stuff like that. That way you can find out if it's working and or not. Cost per lead. There's literally 1,000 of them. Like I said, we're going to create a whole list for you that you can go download at eventualmillionaire.com/business metrics. What I want you to do, though, is only pick a handful. You really can't do a bazillion different things. When you're testing a new marketing strategy, yes, put that in there. So if we're putting out money or time or something, we want to know if it's working or not. So make sure that is in there, or you have somebody like a manager responsible for looking at those and bringing that to you. Noah Kagan, who I just interviewed recently, talks about a debrief and how you should really do it pretty much weekly and or monthly based on what your goal is. So you can look back. Sometimes this is painful if you are not hitting your goal, by the way, but so you can look back and go, what worked and what didn't work, and really do the 80-20 rule on it. If you do 1 month and you're not even anywhere near your gross revenue that you were supposed to, look back at that month and see what you were doing that caused that issue and try and change it. We are in an ever-evolving business. No matter what business you are in, things are changing. Some people like that, some people don't, right? But the only constant is change. So when you're looking through and trying to figure that out, the only way we can find out what is changing is from having these metrics. So try and set something up so not only are we getting these metrics, but we're actually looking at them and making data-based decisions based on what they are. That way we don't waste time as much as possible and we make better decisions with our money. Because there's only so much and we want to invest it in the best way humanly possible to get the best ROI. And if you're literally going like this in the wind and not really sure where things are coming from, that's not a good way to go about doing it. Ideally, we want to take whatever's working and level that up because that will save you way more time and money in the long run. And sometimes we don't do that. I shouldn't say sometimes, often we do not do that. So please set up some sort of accountability, have somebody on your team be responsible for getting you these metrics so it is not on you, because no offense, if you're the business owner, you're most likely going to forget. We do this on our Monday Scrum sprints. I look over everything. We make decisions based on that. We move forward and make decisions during that meeting as best we can. So that way everyone knows the plan for that time. Either way, the amazing thing is that you can also go back and see the growth that has happened and what has worked and what hasn't worked in the past. So I highly recommend, if you are not doing this, please set this up today, even if it's one metric, right? Because you'll be able to see the trajectory over time. Okay, the other thing is that you can also set these up for different job descriptions, for different roles in your company. So each one of those employees that you have should have a KPI, some sort of metric that they are trying to deliver on. So it's not all up to you, the business owner. They should be trying to hit those numbers and you can judge their performance based on whether or not they're hitting the numbers that you've already set out for them. So in sales, it's super easy because you can sort of see that, but pretty much in any role, you can start to figure out what a key metric would be for your employees. So I hope that helps you out. Go to eventualmillionaire.com/business metrics to get all the goodies there on which metrics to pick. And let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.